Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese sweets and treats. Today we have two treats to try from Japan Candy Store. Uh, so I'm going to admit these can be hard to get your hands on. I managed to get my hands on some Japanese haichu, uh, so I'm sure a lot of you are probably familiar with it, or at least a number of you are. Haichu seems to be one of the most commonly exported candies from Japan. What you may not know is that they're manufactured differently depending on where they're going. And these are, in particular, two flavors that I don't really see, at least I haven't seen them, not just in my area, but I haven't really seen them a lot online either. Uh, so this first one, this is a Japanese pear, which I very rarely see these outside of very specific sites and stores, such as Japan Candy Store. We also have watermelon, and at least in my area, you can get watermelon, but it's always as part of like this sours combination. You can't get it where it's not sour. And if you've been on the channel for a while, you probably know I am a sour wimp. So I've never really gotten to try the watermelon, but I do actually like watermelon flavored things. So I am really excited about this. These are two flavors I've really been looking forward to. So let's get started. Itadakimasu. Okay, so starting with the Japanese pear. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but on the wrapper, there's actually like a little bow. Oh, it's just really not gonna show, but there's like a little bow on it. It's really cute. Okay, so they did something to this because I'm going to admit I don't know what it says, but they did something to the texture of the center. So I don't know if you've never had a Japanese pear, they're a lot crisper than a usual pear, and they have this kind of unique texture to them, and it kind of mimics that. It is really good. It tastes like one. It kind of mimics a bit the sensation of chewing one. It is really good and tasty. Highly recommend. And also, just if you haven't tried this type of pear before and you happen to get the chance to, I would really recommend. They're really, really delicious. I am a big fan. Um, it's one of I prefer to like slice it and eat the slices, kind of like slicing an apple, as opposed to just eating it whole. Really good, so tasty. Highly recommend. So moving on to our watermelon, and admittedly, I'm just kind of always pro haichu, mostly because they are really good. Also, for those of you who are not super familiar with haichu, the name comes from is a very, very chewy candy. If you're familiar with Starburst, think that, but a lot chewier and a lot better flavor. Like Starburst wishes they were as good as Haichu. These are so, so good. I'm really excited about this. Oh, I can smell it. Always a good sign. Always a good sign with Japanese candy. So this one again has something that they've done to the center. And it's kind of like there are sugar crystals in there that you're chomping. They crunch really nicely. And again, really good, solid watermelon flavor. And it's just really tasty. Haichu was amazing. Gochiso-sama. So to recap, we did 2 different types of haichu. We did a Japanese pear and watermelon, and they are both amazing. And they can be really hard to find and really hard to get your hands on. They sell out very quickly on the site. All types of haichu, but if you haven't tried the ones that are manufactured for sale in Japan, I would highly recommend doing so at least once. Particularly if you can get your hands on a flavor that it doesn't get exported quite so often. So these are ones that, for me at least, for where I'm at, these are really, really hard to find. I basically never see Japanese pear flavored things ever. And then the watermelon, like, yes, as I said before, you can get watermelon haichu where I am, but only in sour form. And they are so good. They're absolutely worth it. They're so delicious. I think there's a reason why haichu gets exported at such high rates. It is really just such a delicious candy, and it really also Japanese candy makers are phenomenal when it comes to fruit flavors, and haichu highlights basically everything that these candy makers are, what they excel at. They are so worth it. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Jane.